Hey, casual crypto investor family. It is the casual crypto investor, and I am back with another video. I know it's been a couple of days. I gave a heads up on my last video that I'd be kind of MIA over the next couple of days because work has been crazy. Plus, I tweaked my back the other day, so I'm just kind of somewhat getting back over to that. If it doesn't get better, then I'm definitely going to have to probably see a chiropractor or something like that. I think what happened. I injured my back the most stupidest way. I won't go into detail because I'm too embarrassed. But it was one of those situations where it was like, okay, casual, you are now old. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had the trumpet or horn played that I'm gradually becoming an old man, and yeah, it just sucks. But anyway, I'm here. I'm back bringing you some more content. I miss you guys. I know it's been again a couple of days since I made a video, but definitely kind of keeping a track of what's been happening in the crypto space. And yeah, it's been actually pretty exciting. I'm so just pumped, and I just can't imagine what our crypto wallets will look like and our financial wallets will look like this time next year. I'm so excited. I know this is a little bit far fetched, I'm thinking a little bit too much in the future maybe, but I think 2026 is going to be an incredible year for crypto, in my opinion. I know I'm also expecting that to happen the last quarter of this year, in my opinion. We shall see. But we have the Clarity Act coming up in October. We have, especially if you're an XRP holder, we have various. I think it counted roughly about somewhere between like 15 or 18 or somebody. I know it was definitely more than 10 ETFs waiting out there from just various organizations that have filed to have ETFs for XRP. So there's just so many positive things happening. But nevertheless, enough jabbering. I'm going to get into this content and share some information that I came across that kind of help you get ready for the week coming up at Sunday, currently right now in the evening at the time of this recording. And so, sorry, actually, what Sunday night almost, and yeah, so I want to bring you some content in regards to what's been happening. So, nevertheless, let's get into it. We're currently down right now. I know we did get slightly above a $4 trillion market cap, but we're currently down right now. Ethereum has had a heck of a run. I saw that it hit close to around $5,000. Now things are kind of pulling back, especially Bitcoin sitting at $112,000. XRP just fell below $3 right now. So again, could be good buying opportunities. Get some of these cryptos on a discount. And so, yeah, even though the market's kind of cooling off a little bit from the run that it's had, could be some good buying opportunities. But again, I think in the future and moving forward, I think we will see some nice gains in the crypto space. And I'm going to dive into why I think that in a few seconds. All right. Quick shameless plug. Make sure to follow me on X. I'm pretty active on there. Sometimes it's easier for me to tweet than it is for me to make a video. And so yeah, make sure to follow me on there if you want to stay updated what's happening with the casual crypto investor community, crypto market, all that good stuff. Make sure to follow me on X. If you also want to engage with me on there or in the comment section, feel free to do that on X or in the comment section down below. All right, so let's get into it. So first off, that was pretty funny. Okay, all right. Obviously, you might have saw the news, but Kanye West has just launched his own token, Yeezy, with market cap briefly hitting over $3 billion, $3 billion, which is absolutely insane. Currently, right now, let me refresh this, make sure I'm bringing you the most accurate information. Sitting at 67 cents, which is crazy. Yeah. Well, hold on. The coin total over 3 trillion. Oh, per Nansen dollar. So I guess it did hitting over 3 billion. But right now, when I look at the volume, it's at $37 million currently right now. You don't have to worry about me promoting or investing in Yeezy coin. I'm sorry, that's a hard pass for me. I'm going for utility coin. So if they don't have HBAR, XLM, XRP, XCC, any of those names attached to it, Cardano, any of those names attached to it, I'm not saying I'm not invested in it. It has to be a real world. Flare is another one. It has to have some real world utility. I'm not wasting my money on a Yeezy coin, just my opinion. But hey, you have to do what's best for you. I know a lot of people swing trade and all that kind of stuff. Hey, have at it. But But yeah, that's not me. That's not my strategy. All right. Moving on to as well. And this is one of the reasons, and a lot of you heard and a lot of you saw the market react to this. Jerome Powell spoke this past Friday and basically hinted that they could be looking at some rate cuts as early as next month, which is great to hear. I'm excited to see what the crypto market, how it'll react to that. And some key takeaways from his press conference that he had this past Friday. He says that risk now tilt towards jobs, not just inflation. Labor supply is weakening with demand. Fed scraps flexible average inflation targeting. Stable inflation expectations no longer assumed and signals possible rate cut in September. I know the stock market, I was looking at the market on Friday, and I saw it was almost like over like close to around 1,000 points. And so, obviously things were reacting. The crypto market definitely reacted positively towards that, even though it is kind of pulling back right now. But nevertheless, this is great news if you're a crypto holder. I think the fourth quarter, as I mentioned several times, is going to be a great year or a great part of the year for crypto where we could see some nice returns. All right. Now, this is, I thought, was a pretty interesting article. It says XRP and HBAR are in competition for Swift's blockchain pilot, and this could trigger a breakout price for both cryptocurrencies. And so this is why I'm not investing in any Yeezy coin. All right. I'm here for the good stuff. I'm here for real world utility. All right. XRP, HBAR, XLM, XDC, Flare, all these coins have a lot more value than some crazy meme coin. But hey, do you? All right. So this could be interesting. I hold both. Just full transparency, not steering one or the other. I like to hedge my bets. And so there's competition, and they're looking at Swift's potentially looking at either XRP or HBAR to partner with. And so they have some great similarities between the two. The settlement transaction is pretty much the same. Now where it gets a little, the thought put is a little bit different, so for 1,500, I think transactions per second versus 10,000 transactions per second. So this is scalable via sharding technology or strategy with HBAR. Also, too, as well, as we know, XRP's kind of claim to fame is the whole cross-border payments, remittances. That's where they kind of specialize in. HBAR tokenization. There's, I think, Australia. They're doing some work overseas when it comes to HBAR. They also have enterprise graded applications. They do a lot of similar things, but I think they kind of tackle two different markets to some degree. And the article definitely illustrated that here in the comparison. So XRP has been heavily involved in working with the banking system. So your SBI, Santander, partnering with Bank of New York, Mellon. They just bought Hidden Road, all this kind of stuff. So they're very connected in the banking industry, and I think they will be a dominant player, and especially also too as well that there's even talks of them partnering with Gemini to launch a credit card, I believe as early as tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. So there's a lot of things that XRP does well. Same with HBAR too as well. They go after a lot of the big tech giants, the corporate organizations like Google, Boeing. And so I think they're going to be a strong player too as well. So not going to read the whole article, just wanted to highlight one of the key points here. And I think the article did a good job of wrapping it up. And when comparing the two, so it says, as Swift's digital asset trials progress, both XRP and HBAR have carved out unique strengths. Oh, one thing I also wanted to mention too as well, I think either one of the board members of Swift or something like that was also on the board of like Ripple. Like he used to work for Swift, and then now works for XRP or either did or either still there with Ripple. So again, I think XRP is more of a shoe-in, just my thought. But moving on here, it says both XRP and HBAR have carved out unique strengths. XRP as a liquidity bridge for global payments and HBAR as a scalable backbone for tokenized economics. The real impact, however, may be felt in their prices. If even a portion of Swift's $150 trillion ecosystem flows through these networks, demand could drive significant upside. Rather than a single winner, The future may see both XRP and HBAR thriving together, fueling speculations that the integration could mark the start of their next major bullwin. And honestly, that's what I actually probably see happening. I see that maybe, and again, I'm just throwing this out there, just brainstorming, guys. Don't shoot me. I'm not saying this is going to happen or anything like that, right? But don't shoot the messenger. But what I am saying is that maybe, they utilize both their technology. So going back up here, right, when it says, I think with transactions per second, right? Okay, maybe they can handle the transactions per second, but then maybe, since their settlement speed is pretty much equal, maybe they do the transaction and and XRP settles. I don't know. I'm just brainstorming, just trying to connect the dots. Okay. But I think they could probably work in partnership with each other to help Swift be more efficient and more effective. All right. Just a thought there. All right. Moving on to as well. This is another juicy one right here. This happened today. Cardano to add XRP to Lace wallet by 2025 in a major collaboration. All right. So it says right here, Cardano co-founder Charles Hoskinson announced XRP integration into Lace wallet by 2025 following discussions with Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse. This move supports Cardano's multi-chain strategy and marks a shift in Hoskinson's approach to the XRP community, fostering collaboration. One of the things that Charles Hoskinson is trying to do, as it mentions in the third point here, the successful midnight airdrop, $1.6 billion tokens claimed, highlights cross-chain engagement, while XRP advocates praises the partnership potential for innovation and trust building. So what Charles is trying to do, if you're not in the know or if you're just coming across the channel, he's trying to do one of the largest airdrops in crypto history, where it's a multi-chain airdrop. So if you hold certain tokens, obviously like Cardano, Midnight, I think Chainlink is in there. I want to say maybe Algorand. I think I did a video on this a couple of months ago. And basically, if you hold not only just Cardano, obviously, but if you hold some of these other, I guess, quote unquote, qualifying tokens, you will be airdropped this new Midnight token. So this is going to be interesting. I'm not sure when they said that they were going to be rolling it out. I can't remember. I think it's maybe sometime next year, if I'm not mistaken, but we shall see what happens. But this will be huge. This will be absolutely insane. And no telling what the price of what this token could go to. I mean, it could be potentially pretty high, but we shall see. Moving on to wrapping up here, it says the collaboration aligns with the blockchain's trend towards interoperability, enhancing trust and adoption across ecosystem. So we shall see what happens with that. I know this video is getting kind of long. I'm going to leave you out with Charles Hoskinson talking about his conversation with Brad Garlinghouse. If you like this type of content, make sure you stay locked in with me. I apologize for not making a video over the last couple of days. I just kind of needed a rest. My back was killing me. And work has been crazy, but I'm going to try to do my best to have a better week and pumping out some content for you guys. And so if you can, make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like it, give me a like, and I will see you all in the next video. And I'm going to leave you out with Charles Hoskinson talking about his conversation with Brad Garlinghouse over at Ripple. Take care, and I'll see you all in the next video. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
And it was a great round table. Sergey Nazarov was there, Anatoly from Solana. We got Ilya from Near and Brad from XRP. Some nice people, man. And it was good to see some old friends, some new friends, and make some deals here and there. Everything's coming along. Midnight's coming along really well. Cardano's coming along really well. We're pushing forward. As redemptions are looking strong, over 70,000, give or take, about 1.6 billion worth of tokens so far redeemed. And we just keep pushing forward. 60 days plus the scavenger hunt plus remorseful redemption pool. It's a really nice layered way of distributing a token and getting a lot of other ecosystems involved. In fact, I had a great conversation with Brad about XRP, and it'd be a lot of fun to do something there. So Lace is going to support XRP before the end of the year. I'd love to do a joint event with some of the people on that side of the aisle and see if we can get John Deaton there, a few others. But overall, kind of pushing forward. And it's a broad ecosystem, 8 ecosystems, 7 blockchains. Bitcoin and Ethereum and Solana and XRP and Avalanche and BNB. Go down the list. It's a lot of good people. And it's going to be one of the largest, if not the largest, airdrops of all time. So I had lunch today with JJ, and I said, we needed a dedicated Near team, a dedicated XRP team. We need a dedicated team for Brave, of people that are account managers that do nothing but talk about the long arc commercial.